Welcome back everybody to my channel. My name is Hobo Joe, and today I have a little review. Is Star Wars Squadrons worth playing in 2023? And to start off, the short answer is no. I wish I didn't have to say that, guys, because I enjoyed this game when it came out and it had potential. Star Wars Squadrons came out on October 2nd, 2020 for $40 because the developers knew that a dogfight only game wouldn't really attract a huge fan base, so it wasn't full price. I picked it up on day one. It's really the only one I forgot to pre-order it, so I ran in and picked it up on October 2nd. The story is, a little lackluster, and I couldn't really get into the multiplayer, and I really tried, but after completing the story I felt like it was a little repetitive. The final update for the game was January 19th, 2021, just 3 months and 17 days after the launch, so super sad that the game didn't really have much of support. And the game did have potential, with the mechanics. Like the dogfighting was really good, and it was in depth for like a flight simulator, space fighting simulator. And I know they were paying homage to the older games, but like they did not add much. They had two major things in it besides like bug fixes. I didn't really follow this game much. It was 2 ships for both sides, but other than that, there wasn't a lot of content added to this game, and they did not support this game for long at all. I thought they were going to go like a year or two, but not January of like the following year. Like I was saying, the story, I want to cover this right now if you are interested in this game. The story is missable, and it's in an era that really isn't too popular for Star Wars. It's after Episode 6, before Episode 7. It doesn't tie into any of the movies. It's just a standalone story within this era. Its plot focus, to kind of keep it spoiler free, is it focuses on this Project Starhawk, which is a super weapon that the New Republic is making that will destroy the remaining Empire forces. And you play as the New Republic and the Empire. There's some cameos from some other Star Wars characters, but all around, like I said, the story's pretty missable. And like in the grand story of Star Wars, you don't really need to know this because they haven't really implemented it into the other canon yet. The gameplay is easily the best part of this game. Of course, that's what they focus on the most, and they did a really good job. It's easy, but there's in-depth and there's a skill window, and I like how there's the engine mechanic where you can set your engine power to different aspects and it'll change your playstyle. Like you can put it on shields and you'll be able to tank blaster fire, or be able to fly away and not take as much damage, or put your engine power to your blasters and be able to shoot for a longer period of time, or divert your power to your speed and you'll be able to fly by ships really fast and get a charge. Also, you have a shield meter and you can change it to your front when you're going head on, or you can keep it shields in the front and back while you're flying casually, or put them in the back, optimize the back as you're trying to fly away from somebody. The maps are really gorgeous. There's a bit of customization. You can make builds for your starship, so you can go in and change like parts of your ship, and that'll give you a buff, but also like there's pros and cons. So you can go like get more blaster damage, but then you're gonna have a weaker hull, or have a stronger hull but you're not as fast, things like that. And you can really make an optimized build. And there's also different ships. Within the ships, there's, the defensive ships, the offensive ships, the all-around ships. On the New Republic side, there's the X-Wing, A-Wing, U-Wing, Y-Wing, and B-Wing, which is from Star Wars Rebels. And then on the Empire side, there's the TIE Fighter, TIE Interceptor, TIE Bomber, TIE Defender, and TIE Reaper. Plus colors and interior decorations for your starship, which is pretty cool. I like the interior decorations for the Empire. You can get like Darth Vader's hologram and stuff. I think that's really cool. There's also human customization, but there's not a lot. There's mainly just helmets over everything, and the alien designs are pretty poor. They did a bad job designing the Celestians and the Twi'leks. They don't really look like they're supposed to. They kind of just look off, like off-brand. And it's all locked behind an in-game paywall, not like microtransactions, but you have to earn the money in-game to pay for the stuff by doing challenges or ranking up. And it's not really rewarding because, like I said, I really enjoyed the gameplay, but after the story, it kind of felt repetitive, only because there was like 2 multiplayer game modes, and one was ranked and one wasn't, and I didn't really want to spend a lot of time, and just to get the unlocks and just keep playing, like the progression loop wasn't there. You could also buy upgrades for your ships, but I just wasn't really a fan of it. And like I said, the multiplayer is pretty much non-existent. There's the quick play mode where you battle people like in a, I think 4v4, pretty much team deathmatch, but it's elimination. No, I don't know. I don't remember if it's elimination. That's how long it's been. I think it's just like a team deathmatch. Whoever gets the highest score wins. And then there's game mode where there's a 4-on-4 and you're supposed to take on their capital ship and destroy it, and also protect yours. It's really cool. It kind of reminds me of like League of Legends in the sky, and you have like smaller ships like the corvettes, and you have to destroy those to get to the bigger one. But like I said, the multiplayer is non-existent, and I tried to get into game modes, but I just could not find any for both modes. Nobody really plays this game anymore, and I know they didn't have a big fan base at launch, but you know, over the course of these 2 years with no support, people have drifted away, which happens with games. I know like Battlefront 2, it's still worth playing, and there's a lot of people still playing. Not enough, but there's a lot of, I mean not a lot, but there's still enough people playing the Starfighter Assault. So if you want to get into like a dogfighting game mode, Star Wars Battlefront 2 actually has more congruent players playing that than this game, but that game eventually will die off too, since they quit support for that, which is very sad in both of these cases. But this multiplayer does have like offline, you can play against AI, which is pretty cool if you still want to try it out. And you can also do private mode, so if you want to get in the games with your friends, you can play offline or in private sessions like that. But overall, this game is not really worth playing. If you're looking for this, like to play a story game and you play all the other Star Wars games, yeah, I recommend doing that. Play the story. It's missable, but you know, it's not the worst I've ever seen in Star Wars. There's a whole lot worse. But if you're really looking for a good Star Wars experience, I wouldn't recommend this. Or if you're just not a fan of dogfighting, then you're not gonna like this game, because that's the only part of the content. Like the HUDs were made for VR in mind, so you can't even move around. You have to like click on ship, then you go into your ship stuff. You click on a door, then you're teleported into the door room and stuff like that. Thank you guys for watching this episode. Hopefully this information helped you guys out. And with that being said, I'm out here. Take care, guys, and God bless. Also, like and subscribe if you enjoyed my content and would like to support me further, you know, join the community. See you guys.